Greetings. Just cleansing the energy with some sage. Welcome to Fire Breath Fridays. I am Simone the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. How is your Friday going? My Friday has been enlightening. I can't wait to tell y'all about my morning, but before we do, we're going to pour into ourselves. I'm going to also cleanse the energy with 4 songs on a song bowl or taps on a song bowl to represent the 4 elements of water, earth, fire, and air. Hey sis, can you hear me now? Let me know. Please and thank you. Welcome in. Just doing a sound check. Okay, so on Fire Breath Fridays, we do fire breaths. And fire breaths are just rapid breathing or breaths through your nostrils in and out. When you're breathing, you're ensuring that as you inhale, your abdomen is expanding, and as you exhale, you are constricting it, breathing in. I think last Friday we did 300. So let's do 400. Let's do 400. Give thanks, sis. Give thanks. Let's take in 4 deep breaths to get ourselves acclimated and centered. And begin. Ashe. I think we did more than 400, but give thanks. Okay. Yeah, so I've been battling with God all morning for the past couple of hours because I got on them today and I was like, this morning's been very intuitive because of something that I came to the realization about. And I was battling with God about it because I'm a very private person, and God was like, no, you need to share that. You asked me to use you, and now you want to question how I'm using you, when I'm using you, where I'm using you. It's not about you. It's bigger than you. So what ended up happening, or what I'm currently going through, is I told y'all I'm on this credit journey and trying to build my credit up, and I'm learning like about consumer laws and just everything like regarding financial literacy. So yesterday I've been on this consumer law journey for like the past year, like sitting in seminars, conferences, like gaining information, but I have yet to move forward with executing, applying the knowledge, trying to get results. So yesterday I was like, okay, it's my season. I'm gonna start tomorrow. Or yesterday rather. So I started the process by gathering up all these bills I have from bill collectors, from collections agencies, from shit that I don't want on my credit. Because once you learn about consumer laws and who you are, you realize how much fraud these organizations, these businesses are actually committing against us. So one of my biggest ones right now is my mortgage. Learn about the right to rescission, learn about strawman laws. Greetings. Look into those. Look into the Truth in Lending Act. Look into greetings. The FCRAs. Look into all of it. I have some more for y'all, so when they come to me, I'll just drop them. But so basically with my mortgage, like, I was going through like all the statements and like reading through them, because most of the times, you know, you just see what you owe. We not reading those statements. Well, I know for the most part I wasn't reading those statements from front to back or what they're writing on there. But be vigilant of those, and on every bill, whatever you sign your name on, whatever you sign yourself up for. But on one of my most recent ones, like it said that it was being referred, my mortgage is being referred for foreclosure. And I didn't get discouraged, but I kind of got like anxiety, anxious about it. So it made me not want to do anything. So then I'm like, wow, why am I procrastinating? I told y'all I already been sitting on this information for a year. So now it's just time for me to move. And I realized that procrastination is a form of fear. Then I'm like, Simone, what are you afraid of? Y'all being ministering to myself, analyzing. I'm very analytical. So I'm like, so what are you afraid of? And God stepped in and was like, because I know you're not afraid you're going to lose your house. Multiple reasons. The first one is, do you know who you are? Whose you are? How many ancestors have set through to get you where you are? To think about my ancestors that went through slavery, to think about my ancestors that got on a boat to get over here, or who had to deal with people coming and taking their land and raping and abusing them and taking their history away from them and just brainwashing them and feeding them junk, and from what you're consuming, from what I'm watching to what I'm actually eating. Do you not know who you are? That was the first one. And then the second one was, I shared with y'all that when I purchased the house, how I did not have any down payment monies saved up, but I started the process and the down payment ended up coming through me. I ended up finding out about a grant as I was going through the buying process, and the grant covered the entire down payment process, down payment. So that was, the good side of it. And yes, I got in the house, but I didn't share with y'all the obstacles that I endured throughout the home buying process. how many no's I got before I got the yes, the pre-approval to start buying a home. The relationships that ended when I was going through this process. The person that was supposed to be my realtor was a mentor. This lady had been my mentor for 10 years, and when I started this process, that relationship had to end because she wanted my home to be based off of her preferences, and I had my own preferences because her preferences weren't going to pay the mortgage. So I wanted what I wanted, and I had to stick with that. So that relationship had to end in order for me to move forward. Her season was over. The next thing that happened was me and my family house burnt down in the process of me building and purchasing this house. So for 6 weeks before I moved into the house, we were staying in a hotel. I was sleeping in the bed with my mama and my oldest son in a hotel room as I was having a house built. Then on top of that, my closing date kept getting pushed forward. So I started getting anxious about, am I going to close this year? I ended up closing on like December the 20th, December the 21st. So going back and forth with the bank, are we going to close? Are we going to have to wait till next year? What's going to happen? So sitting in that anxiety, but I never gave up. And it was God showing me that I gave you a brand newly constructed build house. You picked out every aspect, everything within that house. So how dare you feel like you can be fearful of man telling you they're going to take something away from you that I gave you? And I just wanted to share that with someone in regards to never giving up. So the way I am moving forward is definitely faithfully covered, because I know not only does God have my back, my ancestors and my elders have my back. It is already done. But then also, instead of being overwhelmed, taking those baby steps in regards to, okay, well, instead of me trying to tackle everything on my credit report at once, do the most pertinent things. Instead of feeling like I have all these towers falling or crumbling around me, all these fires I have to put out, let's make a pathway. Let's put the water out in this alley first, and then we can move on. Do the things that are not detrimental, but are more, I can't even think of the word, y'all. But that just gave, and I was battling with God because, again, I'm a private person. So sharing, not that I'm sharing because, didn't want to share because I'm embarrassed, but I just don't like people in my business. It's like, but God is like, no, I've constantly covered you. I've constantly blessed you. And I know yesterday I said we not calling them testimonies, but in regards to wordplay, we letting our testimonials get us through our tests. I brought you through the last obstacle. I brought you through the last event. Why are you questioning if I'm going to do it this time? You haven't lost out on the past 5 months that you've been unemployed. You ain't missed out on nothing. You ain't missed no meal. You ain't been out in the cold. You've had transportation. So why are you so worried or questioning me now? So I just I said I'm open. And really sitting in that openness. Really being open. And not worrying, because it's so easy to drift off into worry. And it's okay to battle those emotions. Be worried and content at the same time. But what we're not doing is being consumed by it. What I did was I analyzed, and I was able to pull myself out of it. I didn't sit there and get depressed. Man, they about to take my house. Man, they about to do that. No, I've given you the information. Now move on it. I told you, me and your ancestors got your back, so walk in it. Versus me not doing anything and manifesting something not going the right way. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I hope it helps somebody. I hope it encourages somebody that we are staying focused and we're staying faithful. Yes, F's for Friday. Today I'm going to pull from my hindsight deck. You okay? Spirit, y'all, we keep getting this one. Heal people. I told y'all I love when The same cards come out because it's teaching me and showing us that this is something that we really need to work on. The fact that I just, that was healing for me to share that with y'all. Because no, I don't know what's going to transpire from how I'm moving forward and what's going to happen next. But I'm so faithful that I know I'm covered. Because something greater going to come from it. Or I'm going to give y'all another testimonial. Either way, because it's like I'm either gonna have to remove this to give you that something greater, or I'm about to help you walk through this process and you still gonna come out on top. I never lose. We never gonna lose. But I'm gonna pull a different card because I like us to have a different message. Yes, heal people. Share your story. It's bigger than you. I'm like, God was like, you ain't the first person that's been accused of alleged debt, of attempt of foreclosure, and you won't be the last. But what you can be is a testimony. You can be an encouragement. You can be my disciple, my shepherdess. My shepherdess, come through. When you lead with love, you leave with love. Ashe. It says, lead with love in all that you do. Your forgiveness, compassion, love, and empathy. It's your superpower. When you lead with love, no matter what happens, no matter what they did, you still leave with love. You leave with your power. Ashe. And in conclusion, we have opportunities of love. We spoke on this yesterday. Thank you, God. It's all aligned. It all makes sense. If you're here right now listening to this, when you lead with love, you leave with love. No matter what, walk in unconditional love. The only person you can control is you. Others are suffering. Sprinkle some of your love on them. I am Simone, the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. Have a focused, faithful Friday. Lead with love. See you tomorrow.